going to read part 2 of The Machine Stops because I like it so much. Let's read more. Some more, if I have any more highlighted because I didn't look. Okay. Over too far. Is that better? Yeah. Cover the window, please. These mountains give me no ideas. The northern aspect of the Himalayas was in deep shadow. On the Indian slope, the sun had just prevailed. The forest had been destroyed during the literature epoch for the purpose of making newspaper pulp, but the snows were awaking to their morning glory, and the clouds still hung on the breasts of King Junka. King Junka. I almost went with Kilimanjaro just by force of habit. I don't have this passage highlighted, but let's see if it's any good. In the plain were seen the ruins of cities, with diminished rivers creeping by their walls, and by the sides of those were sometimes the signs of vomitories marking the cities of today. Over the whole prospect airships rushed, crossing the intercrossing with incredible aplomb, and rising nonchalantly when they desired to escape the perturbations of the lower atmosphere, and to traverse the roof of the world. Okay, kind of messed up there. Let's see, I have something highlighted here, but I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. At midday, she took a second glance at the earth. The airship was crossing on a range of mountains, but she could see little owing to the clouds. Masses of black rock hovered below her and merged indistinctly into gray. Their shapes were fantastic. One of them resembled a prostrate man. Okay. What else do we have? By these days, it was a demerit to be muscular. Each infant was examined at birth, and all who promised undue strength were destroyed. Humanitarians may protest, but it would have been no true kindness to let an athlete live. He would never have been happy in the state of life to which the machine had called him. He would have yearned for trees to climb, rivers to bathe in, meadows and hills against which he might measure his body. Man must be adapted to his surroundings, must he not? In the dawn of the world, our weakly must be exposed and mount taketus. In its twilight, our strong will suffer euthanasia, that the machine may progress, that the machine may progress, that the machine may progress eternally. Okay, let's see if I have any more highlighted here. We created a machine to do our will, but we cannot make it do our will now. It has robbed us of our sense of space and of the sense of touch. It has blurred every human relation and narrowed down love to a carnal act. It has paralyzed our bodies and our wills, and now it compels us to worship it. The machine develops, but not on our lines. The machine proceeds, but not to our goals. We only exist as the blood corpuscle that coursed through its arteries, and if it could work without us, it will let us die. Let's see. I have an next passage highlighted here. I'm just going through the whole book. I read it like maybe 5 years ago, maybe more than 5 years ago, maybe like 6 years ago. I was going through what I highlighted, what I found interesting. So I'm benefiting off my own work from previous years, my better self, I would say. Beware of first-hand ideas. exclaimed one of the most advanced of them. First-hand ideas do not really exist. They are but the physical impressions produced by love and fear. And on this gross foundation, who could erect a philosophy? Let your ideas be second-hand, and if possible, tenth-hand, for then they will be far removed from that disturbing element, direct observation. Do not learn anything about this subject of mine, the French Revolution. Your descendants will be even in a better position than you, for they will learn what you think and I think, and yet another intermediate will be added to the chain. And in time, his voice rose. There will come a generation that had got beyond facts, beyond impressions, a generation absolutely colorless, a generation seraphifically free from taint of personality. Seraphically, seraph. The second great development was the re-establishment of religion. This too had been voiced in the celebrated lecture. No one could mistake the reverent tone in which the peroration had concluded, and it awakened a responsive echo in the heart of each. Those who had long worshipped silently now began to talk. They described the strange feeling of peace that came over them when they handled the book of the machine, the pleasure that it was to repeat certain numericals out of it, however little meaning those numericals conveyed to the outward ear, the ecstasy of touching a button, however unimportant, or ringing an electric bell, however superfluous. The machine, they exclaimed, feeds us and clothes us and houses us. Through it we speak to one another. Through it we see one another. In it we have our being. The machine is the friend of ideas and the enemy of superstition. The machine is omnipotent, eternal. Blessed is the machine. I'm a bit tired, my eyes are getting a bit blurry, but I'll continue. Let's read this last one, then maybe I'll do a third, part 3. No one confessed the machine was out of hand. Year by year it was served with increased efficiency and decreased intelligence. The better a man knew his own duties upon it, the less he understood the duties of his neighbor. And in all the world, there was not one who understood the monster as a whole. Those master brains had perished. They had left full directions, it is true, and their successors had each of them mastered a portion of those directions. But humanity, in its desire for comfort, had overreached itself. It had exploited the riches of natures too, quietly and complacently. It was sinking into decadence, and progress had come to mean the progress of the machine. Yeah, I'm a bit tired now. I'm gonna fade away into the machine. I'm probably gonna have a shower first and then fade away to scrolling, doom scrolling. But I'll see you guys next time.